Pretty good.
who kind of thought and wrote. The penny press had to be
Phone hand on, yeah, I can like stream it onto there.
doing shoe leather observation and investigation, poking
Hold
around
on.
students trying to get into the crime scene. All of this was brand new. Some people were horrified that these nosy little people were buzzing around being, asking embarrassing questions and talking to people who were much
Right, back to
higher
what I was
up
doing
the
earlier.
station.
Right,
But
resume.
a lot of readers thought this was just
Resume
great.
race,
This was
not
news
race,
that
race
finally
weekend.
was catering to them. This was ordinary middle-class, working-class people who were not terribly interested in all of the Washington scandals and imbroglios, and this was what they wanted to know. Briefing people what they
Okay, qualifying session number 2. Alright.
newspapers began to treat their audiences like consumers. They began to ask what their audiences might want to read, and to shape their stories to cater to those demands. This sometimes meant a blatant disregard for the truth. The Herald wanted a more respectable
Oh god, this is loud.
middle-class people. So the Herald decided
Ah, that's
that
better.
a middle-class young man who had been accused of a crime was actually innocent. He was a poor lamb who was being framed by evil and designing.
Right, as long as half the car is still on the track, it's perfect.
The Sun was a newspaper much more closely tied to the working class. They wanted to give a story that was more appealing to the working class, which was this poor woman on the fringe of society is being abused and exploited by rich and powerful people.
250,
They both
right.
wrote at the same time. It had entirely
Oh.
different interpretations based on what they thought their readers would
Oh, that's an invalid lap. Just because of that. God damn it.
In some ways, it's a very democratic approach to news. It's telling these readers, you can make up your own minds. You don't need smart elites to tell you this. So even though the enemy's base, they did it on the understanding that readers would choose one or the other. And that was part of their pitch. You can figure it out. You can decide. That was really exciting. And of course, as you're talking right now, I'm hearing echoes to the present day where, if you're a Democrat, you have your preferred cable news channel. If you're a conservative, you have your preferred cable news channel. It really is not that different than it was, 200 years ago. No, in some ways, it's very, very similar. There are patterns and resonances that recur and recur and recur.
Alright, come on. Come on, Kerr.
19th century,
Alright, they're all leaving the pits now, are they?
Wild West. There were very few rules for how reporters should operate. This is the time of the Spanish-American War, and the yellow press, the very sensational press, spearheaded by William Randolph Hearst and Joseph Pulitzer in New York, and they're competing with each other. The fake news often gets worse and worse at times of intense competition. They are
Alright, switch to ABS to 8.
It's a war with low stakes and low casualties, relatively open to all sorts of creativity.
No, I'll leave it on 9 then, I guess.
It becomes so sensational that people begin to think of journalism as incapable of telling the truth.
Tracking control on 3 of 8. Perfect.
The motion picture. Edison's film crews go down to Cuba in order to film, they say, to film what's going on. Turns out these new motion picture cameras are not very good. They're really clumsy. They don't take pictures well. So instead, what happens is Edison runs a lot of these little newsreels, actualities of what's going on in Cuba, but he actually stages them in the mountains of West Orange. So there's a lot going on that's really bad.
And of course, by no surprise, Silverstone is a usable track on here.
That nobody believes.
Pretty good one. Yep. Probably one of the best British tracks around. Yep. Even better than Brands Hatch. Well, the Brands Hatch is quite notable.
Specifically the work of I.W. Wells. Yes, in 1894, the Atlantic Constitution had a headline in which it dismissed as fake news reporting by I.W. Wells on a particularly gruesome lynching that involved African American women and children. And Ida Wells was a crusading journalist who was exposing fearlessly the epidemic of lynching in the South. And the Atlantic Constitution, which was a very important, influential paper for the white South, was refusing to acknowledge this. And by using the term fake, dismissed her claims and made it very difficult to discuss the issue in public.
So at a certain point in American journalism, the virtues or the ideals of objectivity, neutrality, accuracy, these come to be seen as cardinal rules for the press. When did this happen?
Increasing gameplay, last 3 minutes.
At the very end of the 19th century, the very beginning of the 20th century, when objectivity and impartiality started to become news values. One of the key players here is the New York Times, which has just been bought by Adolf Oaks in 1896. He decides he's going to make the New York Times a paper of record. He's going to make it the final arbiter in matters of fact. It's going to be trustworthy, and it's going to be decent. One of its mottos, of course, all the news that's fit to print, but another of its motto was, it will not soil the breakfast club.
Oh, God.
He was making a real point of being decent and honorable, which went along with being more accurate.
But the interesting thing, of course, is that even as there are these new norms of fairness and objectivity, accuracy, the norm that basically publishing fake or fabricated news is wrong, this just want to do away with the problem of fake news. In some ways, it's going to be exacerbates the problem. When you think about in more recent times, the New York Times publishing before deciding on main sources that Iraq and went through mass destruction, you have the New York Times, the independent press, or the yellow press. This becomes part of the drumbeat that actually leads to war.
It's really complicated. Once a newspaper announces that it is going to be truthful, neutral, objective, once it announces it's going to be accountable, then it's faced with the real question, what happens to how do you make up for that? Do you undermine your own credibility by acknowledging you made a mistake, or do you undermine your own credibility by ignoring the fact that you made a mistake? So the fall of an authority, I think the sound that the authority makes when it smacks into the forest floor is much louder than the fall of a newspaper that has never been particularly, practiced.
You're at Columbia University's journalism school, and your school was called in to investigate a prominent story in Rolling Stone magazine. I want you to listen to this clip describing the results of the Columbia University study in Fox News.
This is being called a journalistic releasing its review of the discredited Rolling Stone article on an alleged gang rape at a University of fraternity house.
So in some ways, I mean, this feels like an echo of the 19th century, where different publications were trading charges of fake news. Fox News is often accused of peddling fake news by the rest of the mainstream media, and here you have Fox News voicing outrage about fake news in another outlet. History repeating itself, right?
Fake news can be used as an accusation. It can mean news that is honestly mistaken. It can be news that is something I don't agree with. It can mean news that says something rude about somebody I support. Using fake news in any kind of debate has become almost ridiculous because it's talking past each other. But it seems to be an inevitable part of any kind of disagreement or any kind of complaint about the press today.
One of the fascinating ideas in your work, Andy, is that journalists have resorted to fake news because they think it serves audiences and the public good. So if you needed to cover a devastating tornado in the 19th century but the telegraph lines were down and the details of what happened were scarce, your choices were to either say nothing about the disaster or to try and imagine what happened.
Yes, there was
After 2 days, I finally got both questions done.
Many journalists argued faking is a good thing.
What?
By faking at that time, they didn't mean nefarious manipulation. They meant embellishment, adding some details.
Oh yeah, saving electricity and stuff. Oh, Gothic.
Huh?
How many push-ups can you do in the morning?
Oh, what? I can hear you now.
How many push-ups you can do in the morning? Max.
I don't even do any.
Dang. If you got down right now, how many would you be able to do? Like 5, 10? Maybe 20?
I don't know.
You want to do it right now? You're not in a game? You're loading? So I can do 50.
The honest
If not, 40s when my arms start to burn out. 50s when I just burn out.
And that's a term that we hear a lot, somehow getting at a higher truth by glossing over inconvenient details. But this was a genuine...
Break!
In the early
Break, break, break,
years of
break,
the
break, break.
professional
Perfect.
section of the press, there were professional journals in which this argument was made. Do it for your readers, they'll be happy. It's a little self-serving because it also meant that a journalist who would be a little lazy
I'll admit though,
could get away with it. A journalist
my arms
pretend he was a novelist could get away with it.
or my biceps is technically almost bigger than my calves, which is kind of embarrassing. Because I've always been lifting with my arms, and I just realized my legs are kind of skinny, and I'm like, oh, that's not right.
Wow.
It makes them feel better. He had an example of if you're telling the story of a professor who is fascinated in
I know, but not every time I can make it to the gym, though.
it doesn't hurt
So, like, at home, I have 2 dumbbells, and I just lift those, and then I forgot to do calf-related exercises, and therefore my calves aren't so small, because right now they're small.
subtext there, of course.
Practically kind of juice.
To be clear, most instruments today,
They're kind of expensive.
we're going to be on this 5.
Oh, hell yeah, a full second faster again. Shit.
Andy has found that over and over,
Wait.
technology is opening up new applications. The irony is,
Oh
we
shit.
always have faith that each new technology will make it harder.
Holy fuck, questa cosa competizione is loud.
When it first was
I need to work on my calf workouts.
people like Edgar Allan Poe are talking about how real it is and how you can finally see more real than
What device are you using? Phone, tablet, PC, or toaster?
had someone like
Toaster.
Give me the toaster.
he would take a portrait of a
Imagine using like YouTube on it.
and bring it back, and hovering over the shoulder of the person in the photograph would be the indistinct outline of someone he said was a spirit of a lost loved one. I don't know how he said, but my camera can just, can
It's the
pick up
Engie
these
toaster.
spirits, these ghosts, and they show up in the
Yeah, then.
and people loved that. This was the year of the Civil War. People were desperate
Right.
to be in contact.
Yeah. I was confused because I was looking at a tank.
They believed it because the technology seemed so
There's literally a tank on tanks that I just refer to as the toaster.
And now, with the rise of technologies like social media, we were told that, with Twitter and Facebook, we would have 10 million fact checkers, and so we're going to get a more accurate version of reality. But we also now have 10 million publishers putting out their own facts and theories all the time.
the internet.
So I'm waiting on the 63 car to finish.
It's so hard
Okay.
to know the difference. You go on one page, and yes, it is a serious news organization that has fact checkers and has editors and has codes of ethics.
Why not?
You go to another page, and it looks physically
Wow,
the same,
game.
but it's
I
not
put
the
all
same.
effort to killing that ship, and someone else kills the ship, and I get no credit for it. Nice.
Browser to
Hmm.
understand the difference. They see it, but the content can end up being radically different.
So if you
Oh, right, car number 63 was apparently the fastest one. Alright.
Hi, mister. I have missiles.
Race comes up, I'm gonna need some fucking caffeine straight away, like, oh god. For, that, I'm gonna be doing
Some very important and
a 30-minute race.
nerve-wracking differences. I don't know.
That's gonna be fun.
in which an
Qualifying free first though.
uniformly and vigorously and constantly works to undermine and diminish journalism as having any relationship with the truth. It is not even an argument about facts so
Right.
much as an argument about you cannot trust those guys, they're deceitful, they're dishonest. It's a very emotional argument. And I think it leaves truth-telling no place to stand. And I find
But
that really
another thing I like about the PS5 controller is that it actually has force feedback on it.
And when you think
Force
about
feedback.
that danger,
Yep.
is there a way for ordinary citizens to think their way through this? I mean, if you are
And then obviously the adaptive triggers as well.
and you constantly
Oh.
from every direction in every
Oh shit, alright. Well,
It's just easy to throw up your hands.
I thought I was just going to the pit, so that doesn't matter.
That's a danger that worries me and many other journalists very, very much.
I do feel it the most when I play Bust Sim, though.
There are people who say that training in
Huh?
media literacy, people who say that in Europe there are various governmental
Yeah.
or quasi-governmental efforts to regulate what's available.
Right. Also, don't question the thing I just sent you.
Passed a law criminalizing fake news. Italy, you can report it to the police. These are all efforts, and I think we need to keep making efforts, but I'm not sure what will help other than
Alright.
the public
Mother trucker.
maintaining its vigilance and refusing to throw up its hands and give up, and insisting on reading with courage, with skepticism, with an open mind, and engaging in open debate.
Speaking of government regulation, I want to end by going back to one of the earliest cases of fake news in American history. You
Right.
describe a case from 1690, and you say that the story led to an extraordinary 14-year period when American newspapers published absolutely no fake news. What happened?
In 1690, the very first newspaper published in North America for public occurrences, he came to Boston, Benjamin Harris, he was from London, and he set himself up as just a guy named Ben who was going to publish a newspaper to tell the truth. And he had a list at the top of what he was going to do. I'm going to tell the truth. If I find that people are not telling the truth, I will expose them. I will give people the information they need. I will use only the best sources. So it sounded very modern. He then published a piece that claimed that the King of France, Louis XIV, was sleeping with his daughter-in-law, which, could have been a mistake, but I think it was fake news in a very modern sense. He intended to undermine the king because of the religious tensions at the time. The king was a fervent Catholic, Harris was not. Harris was a fervent
How the fucking... That was not a cut.
published that.
That was only like one wheel off the track.
Our base is destroyed, but we can still win the day. He was shut down.
Okay, now that's the fuck off the track.
Immediately, because this was seen as something impossible for an ordinary person to do, to be so critical, saying whatever he wanted. And then for the next 14 years, there was no fake news published in America, because for the next 14
Oh, just wait until I get to the actual race.
published in America.
That's gonna be intense, isn't it?
Columbia University. She's the author of Froth and Scum, and a forthcoming book on fake news. Its working title is Misinformed. Andy, thanks for joining me today.
By no surprise, I chose the first race to be on Monza.
When we come back,
A really good circuit, like.
when people don't buy a local newspaper, why they still end up paying the price. I'm Shankar Vitas, and you're listening to Hidden Brain. This is NPR.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from C3.ai. C3.ai software enables organizations to use artificial intelligence at enterprise scale, solving previously unsolvable business problems. Learn more at C3.ai. And from Phil and Flora Hewlett Foundation, committed to
Alright,
supporting ideas
this
and
time.
institutions to advance education for all.
This guy just asked, well, how you know which one is damaged in the airfield, and I just put find out.
Available at hewlett.org.
This is Hidden Brain. I'm Shankar Vitas. For decades, this was the sound of mornings in America. Millions of people waking up to the thud of a newspaper on their front step. But attention to the map! This sounds quaint. Even long-time subscribers, the people who love the feel of a newspaper in their hands as they sip their morning coffee, many have decided to cancel.
I used to get the Denver Post delivered, and after it was online, I just liked having the paper, but then I found I wasn't actually reading it. It would just kind of pile up and I'd recycle it, so I let that lapse.
Denver used to have two vibrant morning papers. In the last few years, many residents stopped getting a local paper. Some switched to reading online.
Oh, fuck, that's loud.
Others never had a subscription in the first place.
I've never subscribed to a local paper. Anything
Hmm.
pay less or nothing to read the news. There are free blogs, there's Facebook and
Right.
Twitter. It's a subscription to
So I've got a break bias of 63.8%.
Most of Americans have decided they don't. Why subscribe if you don't have time to read the paper? If you think the paper is biased? If you want to save money? All this makes rational sense. Except it doesn't. That's because newspapers...
A 2-minute .09.
If I decide not to buy a watch, I save money.
Yeah.
If I decide not to pay for a police department, I might save money in the short run, but end up paying more in the long run. Most of us treat newspapers like consumer
Right.
products, but new research suggests we might be more like police departments. This week on Hidden Brain, who bears the cost when nobody wants to pay?
250, 100, break.
In the winter of 2009, a few Denver-based reporters headed to a region of mountains and canyons called the Roan Plateau. Just a few years earlier, it was the site of an oil and gas boom. But that boom...
That was not a cut. That's why you meant to go off the track a little bit.
Plateau where many fewer workers were employed and looking at how people were struggling to try to keep things going and make ends meet.
Laura Frank was an investigative reporter for the Rocky Mountain News.
We were riding up with some of the oil and gas workers trying to get up the plateau. It had rained, and so the dirt road going up the plateau had turned really into kind of a mess. And here we are sliding in this pickup truck trying to get up the plateau.
All I know is that there's another car right behind us.
Trucks coming down the same road and not sure what kind of control they were under, and I'm thinking, why am I risking my life for a newspaper that's about to close?
Laura was worried about the Rocky. Several weeks earlier, a balding man in a suit had stood in the middle of her newsroom. Reporters and editors clustered around in a circle. Many had their arms
And it was at 1 minute 57 as well.
This is the newsroom, so I doubt I actually need to give you the headline. You probably already know, but we're going to announce just in the next few minutes that we're going to put the Rocky Mountains up for sale.
Laura had listened to the announcement with dismay.
The newspaper was going to either be sold in the next 30 days or it would be closed. And if you remember what was happening in
Freedom
December
Delivery
2008,
Detectives.
we knew we were on the verge either of a Great Recession or the next Great Depression. So I was pretty sure that they probably weren't going to sell the newspaper over the holidays in 30 days when no one knew what the economic outlook was really going to be.
Days after her reporting trip to the Roan Plateau, Laura got word about her fate at the Rocky. The same balding man in a suit...
Fuck's that game.
Tomorrow will be the final edition of the Rocky Mountain News.
That's a fellow Aston.
Certainly not good news for any of you, and certainly not good news for Denver. Just want to make sure and say it's certainly nothing you did. You all did everything right. So while you were out doing your part, the business model and the economy changed, and the Rocky became a victim of that.
It was very hard to leave that night. I remember sitting at my desk for a very long time, sitting there, not, I was finished. There was nothing more I could do. But
I mean, we can barely hear.
The story about the oil and gas...
Very much so.
Laura had spent weeks working on, it was scheduled to run that Saturday. The Rocky closed 1 day earlier, on Friday. When Laura left the Rocky newsroom for the last time, she was concerned about her own future, but she was even more concerned about the work she had left undone.
Oh, great.
I had all of these stacks.
Next up is the half an hour long race.
Desk in the Rocky Mountain News, each representing some issue that I thought
That's going to be fun, isn't it?
investigating.
One of those issues was electronics waste, or e-waste.
The very week that the Rocky Mountain News closed, that last week of February 2009, federal agents had raided an electronics recycler.
That raid came after a dramatic investigation by 60 Minutes.
Tonight, we're going to take you to one of the most toxic places on Earth, a place that government officials and gangsters don't want you to see.
The 60 Minutes investigation alleged this company had sent e-waste to China, where people were dipping parts in acid and burning them over open flames to get little bits of gold and other metals. And they were exposing the village to dangerous levels of lead. In fact, 70% of the kids in that village had dangerous levels of lead in their blood. So here you had an ongoing federal investigation into the role of Colorado company allegedly played in endangering kids in a
Damn gunners.
foreign nation, and my newspaper was shutting down. We couldn't investigate, but the worst thing was...
Oh, and that's the last one that needs to finish.
Yeah, I the capacity to investigate it
Come on then, Müller. We'll find it ready to play. But it's not fully installed, so I won't be opening it yet.
What happens when a newspaper isn't around? The bigger the stories of corruption and malfeasance. Like millions of people around the country, Denver's residents decided not to subscribe to their
Oh,
local
great.
newspaper for what seemed like perfectly good reasons.
This is gonna be fun.
The news was depressing. The paper was expensive. But these rational choices as consumers turned out to have serious consequences.
But first,
As
caffeine
taxpayers
must
and
be
citizens.
sorted.
Stay with us.
Caffeine and fancy lights.
I'm Shankar Vedanta, and you're listening to Hidden Brain. This is NPR.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from the financial services firm of Raymond James, offering personalized wealth management advice and banking and capital markets expertise. Along with
Like, so of course it's quite loud right now. You can imagine how loud it is when not in a party.
Learn more at RaymondJames.com. And from the Carnegie
Very.
Corporation of New York, supporting innovations in education, democratic engagement, and the advancement of international peace and security. More information is available online at carnegie.org.
This is Hidden Brain. I'm Shankar Vedanta.
Right.
There's a graph I saw some years ago that stood out to me so much that I now have it pinned to the wall in my office. It has a red line and a blue line. The blue
Your
line
PC battery is low.
has revenue. The red shows the number of people reporters in the country. From 1980 to the early 2000s,
Ooh, a minute.
ad revenue rose and rose and rose. It peaked in the early 2000s. Then there was a cliff. As people canceled subscriptions and advertising revenue plummeted, so did the number of reporters. The red line. Between 2006 and 2014, some 20,000 newspaper journalists
Well, the main
lost their
game I will
jobs.
be playing would be Tower Defense.
Now you can
but,
say this is how capitalism works. Industries shrink, others grow. But is it possible that newspapers don't fit neatly into this economic model, that they have a different kind of effect on their communities? Finance
Yes, I
professors
heard.
Paul Gao,
Not a
Dermot
fan of
Murphy, and
Roblox.
Charlie Lee were thinking about the effect of newspapers shutting down when they spotted something on YouTube.
Oh, what games are those?
Attention to the map.
I heard about the maze where you have to run from like Bonnie or something like that.
the state of the local
You have to run
newspaper
around and
in
stay
the
alive.
United
I would play that.
This is
one.
Dermot Murphy. John Oliver was explaining what Americans
It's on
lose
Roblox.
when newspapers
whole
disappear.
game you have
What
to buy.
Telephone TV News ends up citing print sources?
Don't
According to
TikTok.
the Chicago Tribune,
According to the
Here, I'll send
Detroit
you a
Free
link to
Press,
one.
according to the San Francisco Chronicle,
According to the Times Picayune.
the Boston
I'll
Globe,
send you a link to one.
the Philadelphia Inquirer, the Pittsburgh Tribune Review, the Detroit News, and the Houston Chronicle reports.
The Los Angeles Times reports, the Oklahoman reports, the Hartford Current reports, the Salt Lake Tribune reports.
Around to site, TV News would just be Wolf Blitzer endlessly batting a ball of yarn around. So as finance professors, we thought it would be important to look at the effect of newspaper closures on local communities from the finance angle.
The researchers had a hunch that the loss of newspaper jobs could affect municipal finance. Now that sounds wonky, but let me explain why this is actually a big deal. Just as you borrow money from a bank to buy a house, towns and cities borrow money to build police stations, senior centers, and bridges. Taxpayers pay off these loans over time, just as homeowners pay off their mortgages. Dermot thought there might be a relationship between the cost of loans to cities and towns and disappearing newspapers. The researchers tallied every time a newspaper shut down between 1996 and 2015. They compared counties that had a decline in the number of newspapers to similar counties in the same state where newspapers were thriving.
Once we had this information collected, we were able to see basically how government borrowing costs increase in the long run after a newspaper closure.
Dermot and his colleagues found that when a newspaper closed, the cost of loans in its county went up. This happened all over the country, including in Denver, home of the now closed Rocky Mountain News. Dermot says one deceptively tiny number tells a significant story.
In the long run, after a newspaper closes, the borrowing cost for governments increases by about 0.1%.
Now, the interest rate on a loan increasing from, say, 3% to 3.1% may not sound like much, but here's how it adds up.
On average, a loan will be for $65 million in our sample.
If the cost of a loan goes up by 0.1%, that's about $65,000 more that taxpayers have to pay.
Okay.
$65,000 more every year. If the life of the loan is 10 years,
The fuck?
that's about $650,000. And that's just for one loan. Cities and towns often have many loans like this. If a city has 5 projects, that's more than $3 million. If it has 50 projects, it's more than $30 million.
I don't need the mouse.
Video, I'm gonna send it to you.
Actually, I think this.
And differences in local economies.
Yeah,
It affected areas that
about
were
one.
booming and areas that were shrinking.
Someone did the talking about.
Dermot thinks that borrowing costs go up because something.
Probably gonna plug the mouse back. Well, that's the keyboard back in.
I don't know if it's
The
on.
watchdog role that journalists play in holding public officials and powerful corporations accountable. When a newspaper closes or slashes its reporting staff, there's no one to play that role anymore.
In a moment.
It's like getting rid of the police
That's
officers
fast.
to patrol neighborhoods. Elected officials appear to know this. When the Denver Post announced cuts in 2018, this report popped up in the news.
Another lawmaker joked about the cuts, saying, hey, that means we can do whatever we want, because fewer of the newspaper's resources may go to the watchdog role of covering lawmakers at the Capitol.
Dermot has a theory about why the absence of watchdogs might affect loan prices. Banks might suspect that some government officials will now be a little less honest, a little less careful.
Lenders are a little more nervous about lending to such a government. And so when the lender is more nervous about lending to the government, they're going to have to ask for a higher interest rate on the loans to compensate for that risk.
John Oliver had a similar theory, but he put it a little differently.
Alright. Jared, enjoy.
7th graders to supervise themselves. Best case
Wait.
I sent you a video to watch referring to the game I'm talking
case
about.
scenario, you no longer have a school.
You might be thinking,
Discord.
okay, a lot of newspapers have closed, but there are
I
now
thought
so
with
many
you. I sent it to
online
you on
publications.
Discord before I sent the video.
But Dermot says these outlets do not appear to be an
I
adequate
guess so.
replacement for a strong local newspaper. They're like having a community neighborhood watch. It's a wonderful complement to a police department, but it's not a replacement for a police department.
If the internet is filling in the gap left by local newspaper closures, then we would see borrowing costs go
Right,
up.
caffeine is almost ready.
See them go down.
David Simon used to be a reporter at the Baltimore Sun. He also created the TV series The Wire. About a decade ago, he made
That's
a
a game I want to play
prediction
so bad.
as newspaper after newspaper laid off reporters. He testified before the U.S. Senate and said that online publications
You know what I've just realized?
are not going to cover goings on in City Hall and in state government.
Like this entire time, haven't even got you added. Oh. No, haven't even got Mike added at all.
I mean, I'm not that bright, as you can tell.
True. Also, I can't really hear well because of Shadow Coaster music. It's a bit loud.
David Simon was serious.
I'm not the brightest, okay?
Closing newspapers would lead to more corruption.
Oh, options, audio. I mean, I love the music of this game, so I don't want to turn it down.
Some stories
But this game, is, in general, is just loud as fuck.
earlier if there were reporters to keep an eye on things.
Rogers believes she was fired for being a whistleblower, helping her friend Michelle Edwardson, an animal control officer, write a complaint about then Chief of Police John Patterson.
We uncovered the DHS caseworker, Rochana Madera, who was assigned to the case, never met with the family to make sure the baby was safe. And then she lied about it.
Wait, what?
60 days later, Natalie was dead.
Val?
Remember, these are the stories that did get out eventually. We don't know what stories
I'm here.
didn't make it out.
You said you were talking about you and my sis played that game called United Credit.
That are affected when a newspaper
I'm gonna quickly put my controller in headset thing for a sec. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
It's this last area that Stanford economist Matthew Dennison studied. He has examined how newspapers, prior to the advent of radio and TV, affected voter turnout.
It's basically a VR version of another game called Joy Creation.
So if you look at
Oh yeah, that was
turnout
yeah.
increases in the following election. You look at a place where a newspaper exited, turnout falls in the following election. Matthew and his co-authors wanted to see if the results change.
Yeah, plan on to. Yeah, just let me know when. Or your daughter's trying to do it right now. Oh, okay, well, I gotta finish this assignment first. I have to write like a paragraph worth of a question.
As you might expect, given that now no longer
Right, back. Keyboard's
I've
now
been
plugged
doing
in.
both.
whereas the
So I'm perfectly ready for War Thunder once it's finished installing.
national election turnout, local election turnout, or state level.
Call back if it's not too late. By too late, I mean after 8.
Okay, well, I hope
Right,
I'm
now
gonna
then.
call you back by 6:10 at least.
Okay, I hope so too, because we have Eric waiting, and we're probably going to get Josh in as well.
I'm back.
Okay, please go for now.
Okay, dokie.
Whack. Whack, whack. The fuck?
My mum's drunk. She's been out.
I can tell. And Ghost, can I just say it is some pretty good comedy.
I have returned.
I can tell, and it is amusing. Oh, hello again.
Yes. I'm actively doing assignment right now.
Well, I'm gonna be in this one race for the next half an hour. The timer hasn't even started yet. Green light, go, okay. Car on left, car on left.
Okay.
What the fuck is that? Oh, this is great. It's almost like an episode of Mr. Brown's Boys. God damn it.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
The B-29 got pissed.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Oh, I finally did the only thing I never thought I would do in a very long time.
Oh?
I shaved my freaking armpits.
Ah.
And, it actually came out okay. I didn't cut myself or anything. I didn't, like, you know, I'm not bleeding.
Yet.
No, I didn't bleed at all. Like, as I was shaving, I didn't nick myself or anything. Ghost is so lucky.
Out of the way, you pink Mercedes. No, 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 no. How did that work? The fuck? Right.
From God, yeah.
Okay.
Where is the ammo storage? I've not made that move yet. It's likely make a move. Right. And then there's something like that. No!
Just a little more Attention to the designated grid square.
Oops. That wasn't meant to happen. Why is F1 done this? Well, one man train Super GT. I'm gonna keep going until the pit window opens. Right, I've not made my defensive move yet, so I just don't legally move one.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
You know what's funny? When people are drunk, they have a hard time admitting they're drunk.
Yeah.
I remember I was told I was tipsy. I kept saying I wasn't tipsy, and I was like, okay, maybe I am tipsy. Because I tried to pour myself a drink, and I freaking nearly spilled it on the floor, and I was like, whoops.
Yep, but do you remember that clip of someone like walking out the door after having a couple of drinks? He's asked what time it is. He points at the clock and he's like, "I'm not fucking drunk." Yeah, yeah, it was funny.
I have submitted my quiz.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
Hey, at least she's not my grandma. You should be happy about that. Gothic, is your name actually Gothic, or is that just your gamer tag?
That's just the username.
Okay. I was gonna say, hey, no way, that's your name.
It isn't. And I'm at the complete opposite side of the country to Ghost anyway, so... Yeah, Newcastle.
Heading to the base.
Ooh, Battlefield. You wish she was like that sober?
Well done. A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
I run into a bush with thorns.
Follow me.
Ghost. She's a woman. You don't expect her to. This case, I would just say woman up.
But I've already been racing for like nearly 15 minutes. Fuck.
Attention to the map. Affirmative.
Finally, coffee break. The hell? What is going on in there? What the fuck is going on in there? Oh. Right. Okay. The fuck? I was surprised you don't, imagine if you were streaming right now with, like, face cam. That would have been something else completely.
I'm streaming right now.
Were you trying to threaten him for a good time there? For fuck's sake. Wait. What?
Yeah, you heard that right.
Ghost, it should be the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Oh
put
god,
a
I remember
shirt
one time
on
when
our
you...
TikTok.
No, Mike.
Hmm.
Do you remember that time when he had to, like, put the trash out, like, when it was 1 in the morning, and he was outside, like, with just shorts on?
I did that one time.
Yep.
Luckily,
Even in the
nobody's
rain.
really out like at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning.
God damn
But
it.
freaking
Yeah.
the last thing I want to see is a freaking school bus roll up as I just walk outside with no shirt and just
Oh, yeah, true.
shorts on. I'm like, them poor children.
Oh, it would be, especially at like 1 in the morning.
Just see a guy with freaking chest out and just freaking like a semi 8-pack and just. I'm like, don't look over here, look away.
Oh. Right.
Wow.
Okay. I can guarantee I've probably heard a better one. So what did... okay, but... Right. Oh, right. Hmm. Yeah, so what did the door on the sign of the door say? So, yeah, so what did the door on... what, no, the sign on the door of the Hall House say? Beat it, we're closed.
Oh.
It's so stupid.
Wait.
SUKC? No, CK. No, CK. Derp. I was thinking of something else. Oh god, imagine if you said it in German. Yep. Yes. Literally. I mean, funny how you say that. Yes. One of the bands I listen to, they do like comedy and like a lot of parody in their metal, and it is hilarious. Like one of the songs is literally just called Uranus. I'll just send it to you at some point. What? It is time to hop back on Wreckfest.
Attention to the designated grid square!
God damn it. Oh. I don't know at all about that. Yeah, I'm gonna hop back on, to, well, Wreckfest. For now. Oh.
Attention to the map! Move after me! Need backup! Bravo!
Wait, well, yeah. Alright, career, national amateurs. Oh god, it's time to unlock the Reliant Robin. Wait. What? Hold on. So the bonus target for this one is win by at least 50 meters. Outrun the buses! Oh no. I've got a bad feeling about this, but I'm also looking forward. Hold on. There is... Fucking... Oh! 23 school buses in this race! And I'm in like a freaking little Reliant Robin. Oh no. Anyway. This is gonna be amusing.
God dang. The lag.
Oh god, this looks terrifying. More like the Only Fools and Horses theme song. How the... What the fuck? Wow! Oh wait, right, breakfast AI is stupid. Ah! Ow! Oh, what the... Oh! What? Yeah. Oh yeah, the touring car drivers. Yep. Oh yeah, do you remember the, like, one with all the movie equipment? Well, that was hectic. But not as hectic as the one with all the camper vans. Not to mention, I have actually, you know, when they did the Reliant Robin races with the SIG as well, I have seen that live. It was amazing. I'm currently 6. Top Gear Live was great. Yeah. Oh no! I'm being sandwiched between 2 buses right now. Yeah?
Excellent.
Yep. Oh. Oh no, 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 no! I just got pushed into the back of the bus. Yeah. Your landmark. Right. That was literally a 3-minute race. So I'm recording that full thing. I don't know how I managed to survive that, but I did. And I now have the Reliant Robin unlocked.
Where is it?
Not to mention, I've also got the fucking lawnmower unlocked.
Autism energy was slightly activated for a moment.
Yep, I already know how that is.
No.
Demolition Racing Challenge, ramming it down. This looks like it's gonna be... So one of the bonus targets is to spin out at least 3 opponents and